Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the first week of class, Stat 340, week 1, and we only have 6 weeks total. It's going to be fast and furious and fun, right? All 3 Fs. Just some extra information. I've said some of this stuff, but I'm going to try to remind you of some things. Normally, I send out emails on Monday or announcements. They actually come as one. I tell Blackboard to send an announcement as an email, so you'll get 2 opportunities to be able to read those things. I apologize for not doing it yesterday. I was traveling. Today I'm back at it, and we have a lot of information for you to make sure that you've digested. So starting out, if you haven't already read my welcome letter or gone to the begin here aspect or section of Blackboard, make sure you do that. I have a welcome letter that kind of talks about the class and my goals for the class and what the class is going to look like. I have a welcome video that describes myself and also the course. And then I have a course tour that kind of walks you through the class and then a week at a glance. So if you haven't looked at that stuff, please do, and try to look at that before you send me emails about the class, because sometimes those videos are better than what I can answer in an email. Happy to answer emails too, but just make sure you've looked at that. And then also make sure you go to that the getting started, and make sure that you can log into the RStudio Cloud. So you'll need to open up that PDF, and there's a link in there for you to be able to access our specific site. If you're having issues with that, please let me know, because that's something that I will have to reach out to the people at Grand Valley who are in control of the license for that RStudio Cloud, because Grand Valley pays for that. So that's something that they'll work on for me. I've gotten some emails from some of you about the textbook. So I do have information on the textbook here that shows you what it should look like and what version it is. And if you wanted to buy a hard copy. One of the things about this class is that it is part of the GVSU Save program. And if you're not familiar with that, there's a link to that on Blackboard. You already have actually been charged for your textbook. That's just part of the Save program. They want to make it easy for you that when you join a class, the textbook is already purchased for you and it's purchased at a discounted price. If you do not want it, you have to opt out by March 21st, and there's information for doing that on our Blackboard site. When you click into this, to access the textbook, you click on that link and it will bring you into the textbook, and then you can click into it and it's just an electronic textbook. If you're having issues with it, please let me know. But it's just as simple as that. You go to GVSU Save, click on the GVSU course material, and it will bring you to the textbook. If you do not want the textbook to be electronic, you can opt out of it. There's information for doing that here. If you would like to purchase a hard copy, here's information on what the textbook is and what version it is. So work to do all of that. So that's information on what you should have already done. If you haven't done it, make sure that you get that done this week. And then I have information on what you need to be learning this week. So this will be the same every week, so you can get into a rhythm with it and not have to think about how to get things done. So you'll want to learn the material by completing the notes and watching the videos. You'll need to read the textbook. So I have an outline of what sections of the textbook you should read on the syllabus. I think it's also stated in the week 1 folder. Then you need to complete the reading assignment. So let's just look at that together right now. So in the weekly content, you are in week 1. You've got guided notes. So these guided notes just walk you through the material. You can print that out and fill out whatever is necessary for you. One of the things that I want to mention about this very first week, and it might be true for the weeks coming up, is that some of the material that you need to learn, you may have already learned or remember from Stat 215. So some of it you may not have to go over. For example, in my guided note videos, most of these beginning videos are actually from a 215 class that I teach. And so it's just terminology and vocab that I talk about in the video. It's also talked about in the textbook. So you can use that however you would like. It's just available to you. It's terms you have to know. So if you don't remember what they are, that's a good resource for you. So that's information on the textbook and the reading that I will bring up in the reading assignment, and then some necessary vocabulary if you don't remember what those things are for you to be able to take notes on. And then I have an introduction to RStudio with the R Markdown. And that is going to be something, if you've never used R before, that you might want to watch these. This is a review from the week 1, and then I talk about RStudio, the R Markdowns, and then some basics in the R Markdown. So these things will help you to be able to do the very first application assignment, which is why I talk about it and why I give you that extra set of notes on it. So that's what you have to do to be able to learn the material. And then when you've learned the material and read the required reading, there's a reading assignment. You need to do that discussion board, remember, and the first post needs to be done on Friday. But everything else, so the reading assignment, the response post, and the application assignment are all due next Monday, which was the 21st. And then also that final project. And I give you some information on the final project. I also have a video to show you what I'm looking for, because I know that in the beginning you might wonder what is the intention of the final project. So that will show you an example one to be able to do that. And then I do have office hours today, tomorrow, and Thursday at 1 p.m. I know that a lot of you are probably working, and so if you need to meet with me, I'm happy to do that either before the start of your day, because I get up really early, or, at the end of your day, assuming that I don't have family responsibilities. But just send me an email if that's true for you. Also, remember, and I talked about this in some of the beginning videos, but there is tutoring for the Stat Tutoring Center. I would recommend that you look for help with R if that's something that you're struggling with, and not Stat 340 specifically. And you can see the hours, and you can also set up times. Or, of course, I'm happy to meet with you, but sometimes that tutoring center is a good option too. So that's this week. Normally, I will not have as long of announcements for you, but I want to make sure that I'm very clear on anything. If there's anything that's confusing to you, please feel free to send me an email. I'm so happy to be able to make clarifications for you. Otherwise, that's it. Week 1. We'll do week 1 and then on to week 2. All right. Talk soon.